You have probably heard about gluten and how everyone around you is going gluten-free, and you're wondering whether this is something for you. You're also probably confused about what it is, what it does, and whether it applies to you. So today in this video, I'm going to cover what gluten is, how it can affect you, and what you can do about it. If this is something of interest to you, keep watching. Hello, beautiful friends. This is Monica Paz with Nourish Functional Nutrition. I'm a certified nutritionist and functional nutrition lifestyle practitioner. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and to tap on the bell so that you can be notified when I have a new video coming out. Also, any links that I mention will be down below in the notes. So let's get started. Gluten-free products are everywhere, and your friends are probably talking about gluten. And every time you go to a restaurant, you notice that there are gluten-free options on the menu, and you have wondered whether this is something that applies to you. So first, let's go ahead and define gluten. What is gluten? Gluten is a group of substances that are found in wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And it is the glue that binds these proteins together. There's a protein called gluten that a lot of people are sensitive to, and this is what people are sensitive to when they have celiac disease. When it comes to gluten sensitivities, there's a big spectrum. And so there are non-celiac gluten sensitive individuals all the way to celiac disease. Celiac are people that are sensitive to gluten and can get very, very sick because it attacks their immune system. So where do you go from there? In general, gluten is the single most prevalent food sensitivity out there, especially for people who have autoimmunity. Alternative medicine practitioners see gluten sensitivity most commonly among their IBS patients and anyone with autoimmune conditions. Checking for gluten antibodies has become a vital sign for alternative medicine physicians. And this is a good thing because a lot of times in conventional medicine, this goes unnoticed and people suffer for a long time. It has been scientifically shown, and I have 2 or 3 studies that I'm going to make available to you in the notes so that you can read more about gluten sensitivities if this is of interest to you. But gluten sensitivities are very prevalent and has been seen in individuals with autoimmunity because lately, in the last 30 years or so, wheat has been hybridized so many times that the wheat that we're eating now is not the same wheat that our grandparents ate and they grew up on. And so there have been a lot of scientific papers written about the effect of gluten on the human intestinal mucosa. And this is of note because it has been linked to autoimmunity in conditions such as ranging all the way from celiac all the way down to skin irritation. So you can think about IBS, eczema, acne, joint pain, insomnia, autoimmunity like Hashimoto's, thyroiditis, and many more. But unfortunately, intestinal dysfunction and intestinal problems are usually grouped under IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and people go a long time and sometimes even a lifetime with intestinal issues and immunity issues that could have been prevented by just avoiding gluten. I'm not here to tell you that everyone should go gluten-free. However, this is a good place to begin. If you have bloating, diarrhea, constipation, and intestinal dysfunction, as well as skin conditions, things like psoriasis, or joint issues like fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, and many more. Anything that is inflaming you could be linked to gluten. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes in hundreds of patients, I wouldn't be telling you this, but it is very, very easy to go gluten-free and find out for yourself. So I'm not here to tell you that I'm putting you on a gluten-free diet, but I'm giving you some information so that you can make that decision because it's so easy to do. What is so important is that gluten is found in many foods that you may not notice. It's present in things like soups, for example. Thickeners have gluten in them. Ice cream sometimes has gluten in it, so you have to be very careful when you eat eating if you're trying to go gluten-free. A good way to do this is by using the elimination diet. The elimination diet takes the top 7 most commonly seen food sensitivities and eliminates them from 3 weeks up to 3 months. And why 3 weeks? Because it takes about 3 weeks for the immune system to calm down after being irritated. So if you think about eating a food that your body is not digesting properly and knowing that the immune system is located in the gut, then it just follows that when you're eating something that doesn't agree with you and your body's not digesting and absorbing properly, your immune system is going to be revved up and it's going to cause some irritation. Your body is trying to communicate with you, is trying to tell you what's going on. And a lot of times this shows up as irritability, migraines, headaches, rashes, eczema, acne, skin conditions, bowel issues. All of these things could be a gluten sensitivity. So it's very easy to find out. What you can do is eliminate the top 7 foods that are most allergenic, or not, it's not even an allergy, but a food sensitivity. The top 2 are gluten and dairy. And if you have tried this before and it hasn't worked, I would suggest that you would try doing this for a longer period of time. And when I say dairy, I'm talking about all dairy products because they tend to be inflammatory. So anything that is inflammatory is going to contribute to pain in the body and irritation. So this is a good way to start. If you think about having 2 things, gluten and dairy, that are irritating your immune system, it would be very easy to try to go gluten-free, dairy-free for at least 3 weeks and see what happens, and then bring the products back in and judge for yourself so that you can take control of your own health. So if you need more resources, please check my website at nourishfunctionalnutrition.com. If you need guidance in going gluten-free or dairy-free or trying the elimination diet, please go on my website and schedule a discovery call with me where I can help you and guide you through your health journey. My purpose is to help empower you to take control of your own health. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and ring on the bell so that you can be notified when I release a new video. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.